That way.
Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge and thank those of you who have taken time to travel large distances to be here. Thank you, Crystal and Julia from DC, Mom and Dad from the desert, Helen and Lutzo from the other desert, and Tammy from the Bay Area.
What about Stephanie and David?
Yeah, they just basically rolled into the houses.
Bad traffic.
I would also like to let you know what an honor it is for me to be the officiant in this wedding. Most officiants and priests don't have the benefit of knowing the people that they marry, and this is really an honor for me.
If you cry, I have to cry.
You will, trust me. All right, I first met Tom in 1998. Okay, during that in 1998, the man is a patient man. All right? And I also understand he's quite a ping pong player. Okay. That's true. And of course, I've known Sister Sue since my memory took hold. I doubt neither has any idea that over time, what they've spoken to me have turned into what I call three tenets of a satisfying marriage. Okay? And notice I didn't say blissful, I didn't say happy, I said satisfying. All right? And that comes from the contentment knowing that the person will understand your differences and idiosyncrasies.
You have to cry?
Yeah, right. The mate doesn't have to, listen guys, enough. I'll bring it together. The mate doesn't have to like the differences, they just have to do their best to understand them. I'm apologizing for that. Three tenets, here we go. Tom and I first, we broke bread over shawarma and tabbouleh over in Glendale at a Middle Eastern restaurant. I wish I could have said it was over a comforting pot of matzo ball soup and potato latkes, but of course Tom's parents, Bobby and Jerry, would have certainly known I was fibbing. So we'll keep this straight up. It was during that lunch that Tom shed light on the first of three tenets in achieving a confident and supportive marriage. Number one, he did. Outside forces, do your best to place your partner first. Okay? Life's pressures can cleave a couple or bring them closer to center. How the pressures are addressed will oftentimes be the difference between harmony and imbalance. To the outside forces, Tom said, and I'm paraphrasing, if one mate is content, there's a good chance that the other will be content also. Okay? Why? Because people feed off each other's energy, and if the love is selfless, then the good energy is returned, okay, and allows people to get through the difficult times. That's the first tenet. You didn't know what you were in for, did you?
I love it.
All right, the second one. It's hard to imagine it's been over 35 years since Susan inadvertently coined the next tenet. It was a time when original bell-bottoms and tube tops were in. We were teenagers, sitting around sharing ideas about relationships. What we knew could fit in a thimble, but we did it anyway. Okay? Most of those thoughts were nutty, but she came out with a gem that belied her age. You ready for this?
Tell me.
Fight fairly. You remember that?
I'm smart.
Okay, now I'm going to take you on a tangent because back then, right, it's not fight fair. Susan would say, it's an adverb. You got to put the L-Y on here. All right, it started my whole love affair with adverbs from that point on. All right. So that was it. Do your best to adhere to this tenet, and instead of fights undermining your relationship, what it can do is actually strengthen it. You might find yourself in that satisfying place. Okay, respect, try not to undermine, right? And when you do, just be straight with it, say I'm sorry and move on. Okay? This is one in which each of you may lay your heads down at night knowing that the fight you just had is not gonna knock you off your foundation. It's your turn to cry. All right, sorry. All right, next one. Forgiveness and acceptance. Good Lord. All right, Susan and I are only 15 months apart in age, and sometimes we felt more like twins. A twin with longer, better hair, a flat foot, and looks that had the boys clamoring for her grade school pictures.
It's a long time ago.
Now the economic principle of supply and demand never entered my mind back then, right? I knew these boys wanted pictures. I had pictures of her. I sold them. For $1. Now I know this ceremony is supposed to be about Tom and Sue, so please indulge me and let me publicly apologize for forgiveness and acceptance from my parents, Mom, the fact that I would even consider making money off of her likeness, and Dad, for selling them under cost. Well, I could have gotten 10 times that.
I know, right?
And
More for $1.
and I should have shared that with you.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's, I apologize.
Well, back then $1 was more, right?
It was to me, because as young as I was, $1 was big. $1 was big. All right, now this is the perfect time to introduce my special and amazing niece, Amelia Blue, for she completes the third the tenet, acceptance. For the first year, for the first 8 years of Amelia's life, Susan was Amelia's mother, guardian, coach, father, playmate, and sometimes even chew toy. It is not easy to let another in, to share a person with whom you have such a special bond. And so from the bottom of our hearts, we acknowledge and thank you for your capacity to accept Tom into our lives. All right, although Jerry and Bobby passed away years ago, I believe they are quite aware, and along with the rest of us would wholeheartedly approve of this marriage. Okay? And now, from the power vested in me by the murkiness of the internet, I pronounce you husband and wife. You may smash the glass.
Hold on 1 second.
You may kiss the bride. You can
Did you forget the class?
It's over there.
You can do whatever
I got it.
satisfies you.
It's in the, where I normally keep, nope, not in there, I don't think.
Come back.
Excuse me 1 second.
Well, that just stole my thunder.
I know, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
My job is done.
You can just back it up a sentence or two.
So, you must mention.
Do it together.
So this, in the Jewish tradition, at the end of a wedding, typically the groom smashes the glass, steps on a glass, and the symbolism is kind of lost in history. There are a number of explanations for it, and the one that has sort of resonated most with me is just remembering the fragility of relationships in human life and how important it is to value them and really cherish them. So, without further ado, I'll put this glass here.
I'll smash her.
Please. Go for it. A little harder. A little
One more
harder.
time.
Nothing
You have
harder.
to see it. You have muscle.
Is this a trick glass? Can I try?
Yeah.
With harder shoes?
Get hard shoes.
Oh!
Oh! Wait, I want to try Katia.
Whoa! This is like a trick glass.
It is. I didn't do
Now's
it.
the time you can start singing If I Had a Hammer.
Right.
Yeah.
Try it on
the tiles.
Well, that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
try another time.
Ah.
Oh,
My
yeah,
legs
that's,
are-
that's all good.
It's really hard, actually. It actually hurts your foot when
There we go.
Thank you. Kiss.
Oh, I knew I was forgetting something.
Oh, yeah, you can kiss the bride.
Call the kids, turn away.
Again.
Thank you for. That was beautiful. Okay, that's it. There's Warriors game on in about 10 minutes.
I told you, 5 minutes, 7 minutes tops, right? You can do whatever you want. I'm talking.
Good job, Papa.
Good job. You want to sit down?
Hey, how are you doing? You doing okay?
Was that an offer?
Do you think we should stay in the topic? Stephanie's worried.
So now,
We did.
Oh, pick him up. Oh, she's on it. Yeah, she's on it. Yeah. I guess so. I'm just worried, you know what I mean? Yeah.
good job.
Yes. I've seen some videos like yeah. And I've seen your magic tricks too. I love Danielle. She figured out the white area just in the middle of the whole thing. I screwed up. So cute.
Hey, somebody's really sparkly. Somebody has sparkles. I can see the trace of sparkles.
He might have. He might have.
Okay, you guys, I was helping. There you go.
Exactly.